Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, July 10th, 2020. Welcome to another eBay video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing managed payments and what's going on there. We're also going to be discussing some bad buyers on eBay and how it seems that eBay has absolutely no protections in place to thwart these bad buyers. We're going to be talking about your comments, questions, and concerns from the last 3 videos. So yeah, that being said, let's get right into it before it rains, because Tropical Storm Faye is on its way here as we speak. We're going to get supposedly at least 3 inches of rain today alone. That may sound like a lot, and it actually is, but you should see what it looked like here 2 days ago. In fact, I'm going to show you. We've had a really nasty weather pattern this week with a lot of thunderstorms and heavy rain. With that being said, we're going to start now with your comments, questions, and concerns from the last 3 videos. The first comments I'm going to read are from the video I did last week about buyers misusing the return system. DeGoul wrote, and this was the most liked comment on that particular video, "I hate the line that it's the cost of doing business, usually from eBay employees. No, it's not the cost of doing business. It's the cost of doing business on eBay. Try buying a laptop on Amazon or Best Buy or Walmart and they return a phone book. You will not be getting your money back there, but on eBay you will." He's basically saying that bad buyers are ruling the market. And we're going to talk a lot more about that in a cutaway that I'm going to be doing later. And he really isn't wrong. All the Things wrote, "I had a buyer who messages me after I shipped a pair of golf shoes telling me they did not order the shoes. We messaged back and forth about this and she still assured me she did not buy the shoes. She said she lives alone and had no reason to buy men's golf shoes. I told her they were purchased at 1 a.m. Told her just return them when received. I wonder what reason she will use as a reason for the return." You know, I have seen an increase in that myself. People saying, "I did not buy this item." I send it out anyway, because they really did buy the item. And if they want to return it on their dime, that's their privilege and their right. Yes, Why Not wrote, "I had a buyer who sent an offer of $18 on a $24.99 item. I accepted it, and 15 seconds later the buyer messaged me saying I was robbing him with the $18 and he can get it cheaper somewhere else. Telling me I'm taking advantage of him, and he also said he didn't even send the offer in the first place. He was so rude and threatening to me, saying he's going to report me for taking advantage of buyers. But yeah, I called eBay about it and they did absolutely nothing about it." Guys, you have no idea how many people are messaging me through email, through Facebook, telling me exactly what Yes, Why Not just said. It's like these fitchy buyers know they can get away with anything they want on eBay and they're taking maximum advantage of it. I have never seen a climate so fitchy in my 21 years on eBay as I have seen these last few months. Flippin' Ain't Easy wrote, "Joe, thank you for the shout out on my channel. As I mentioned before, your work on YouTube to inform other eBay sellers has inspired me to do the same. Maybe one day down the road I'll be able to pay this kind act of yours forward. It is much appreciated, my friend. Flippin' ain't easy." Charles Foreman wrote, "Thank you, Joe, for reading my comment out on the air. This is the #1 eBay channel on YouTube anywhere around. Joe, some of these buyers are getting very much like the blob on the bottom there, as they are getting away with scamming us sellers to get free items in the end. They will never stop as long as eBay does nothing to help us sellers. Surely, Joe, eBay can see some of these bad buyers with feedback from lots of different people. They should kick bad buyers and even bad sellers, as I've met a few of them in the past, off the site for good. Great video as usual, Joe. Charles in the UK. Zepp's Toys wrote, "The Fitchy Birdhouse, ha ha ha. I use the word fitchy all the time since selling on eBay. Fitchiness, fitchism. I use the word fitchable for low value items, which will attract fitchies worldwide." I love the fact that here on the Crazy New York Driver Show, I coined the word fitchy and all variable forms of it, and everybody is using it now worldwide. Duncan VR wrote, "American Online Dictionary. Fitchery means disgusting, blob, stalker." On my Abandoned Factories video, Sexorcist wrote, "Also, will you ever be exploring Queens 1964 Fair Pavilion Towers and the control rooms? I've been under there once and it's pretty difficult to maneuver, but I love its history." The answer is yes. I actually explored there about 7 years ago. So if you want to scroll back to my old exploration videos, you will see my friends and I had unlimited, unrestricted access to the pavilion. So check it out if you have time. On the video, The Search for McFitchy, Winter Crow wrote, "Crazy New York Driver, I know. That's why I could never do it. But it was seamless, brilliant even. For being the entire cast and film crew, as well as hairstylist and assistant to Mr. DeMarco. And yes, I too thought you were going to take down the railroad crossing. You kept the audience guessing until the last frame. Really, you made my day. Can't wait for the next adventure." GM wrote, "Felons are banned from owning guns, so why can't the authorities convict Fitch and ban him from owning any devices that access the internet? If he breaches the order, then off to prison he goes. Without internet access, Fitchy's reign of terror would be over. He would have to find another hobby apart from stalking Joe and the many others he has harmed over the years." Well, GM, that's exactly what we're shooting for. Not only prison time, but we want his internet privileges completely removed. He should not be allowed on the internet. I should have more from that, I guess, in a few weeks. Denver Flipper wrote, "You're looking in the wrong places. You should have put a hazmat suit on and scuba gear and dove into the sewer system to find him." And the last comment from John Hodgson, "Can't wait for McFitchy 2. The Blob returns." Before I start this week's eBay topics, let me firstly take a drink from the ceremonial Fox News Cup of Life. This is the ceremonial Fox News Cup of Life. Happy is he who drinks from it. Very good and very refreshing. Okay guys, before we get started, a few things. Number one, do you guys want to see more videos from me in the future, like the search for McFitchy that I did last week? Because that kind of video takes so much time and so much effort. You guys have no idea. I have to think in my mind exactly what I'm going to do and what the premise is going to be, then physically lug this tripod and camera with me all over these rancid, bad areas, either of New York City or Newark, New Jersey, as was in this case. It's a crap load of work, man. It really is. And then the editing takes forever. But if you guys like those videos, I'll be more than happy to make them, because I myself think they're quite funny and interesting. So yeah, let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. I have several topics I want to cover right now. The first being eBay automatic payments. Guys, I signed up for eBay automatic payments this week. I had been reading on Facebook and other venues that some people were experiencing problems when signing up for eBay automatic payments. Some were reporting glitches, some were reporting problems with eBay accepting their particular bank. So I want to cover that right now. I had planned originally to wait till maybe July 12th to sign up, but I was a little concerned that maybe I would experience a glitch and get hung up. And I cannot afford to miss one day of selling, because guys, for those of you who've been instructed to sign up for eBay managed payments by July 15th, if you don't do it, the penalty will be you will not be allowed to list any new items. I do believe any items you have listed now will continue to be shown to buyers, but you will not be able to list any new items. With that being said, I tried signing up the other day, and I was actually pleasantly surprised with how easy it was. I didn't experience any glitches. To give you an idea what you're going to go through, first you have to decide whether you're going to be a ham and egg seller or a business seller. Now, if you sell only 2 or 3 items per week, that's considered a ham and egg seller or a personal seller, and that's the type of account you want to choose. If you're a guy like me who sells a lot of items, you're going to want to choose a business account. If you go with a business account, you're going to have to furnish your type of business that you actually are registered as. Are you an LLC? Are you a corporation? Are you a sole proprietorship? Etc. You'll also have to furnish your tax number, your employee identification number, so you're going to need to have all that information accessible. When it comes time to linking your bank account with your eBay account, eBay is going to show you a list of all the most popular banks, and you will choose your bank, then you will add your account number and your routing number. You may not use your PayPal account at this time. It will not be recognized, so please don't think you're going to go that route. Also, people who have credit unions are experiencing problems, and they say they cannot link their credit union account toward your eBay account. eBay says they want only legitimate banks, and they do not recognize PayPal or credit unions as legitimate banks. They define legitimate banks as branches that have brick and mortar locations where people can walk into the bank and do commerce. So keep that in mind. Naturally, all major banks are represented and accepted. However, one bank that is definitely not accepted, because they have no retail locations, is the Bank of Fitchiness. Come on, guys, the Bank of Fitchiness. As I said, I had no problems whatsoever in signing it up. It took only a few minutes. They sent me a notice, a confirmation notice, that I was inducted. However, my account, like the rest of the accounts in this group, will not actually be in managed payments, I think, till July 20th, but eBay will contact us when it happens. That's all I have to say on managed payments right now. I'll let you know once I am totally in the program and how things go. I want to talk now about bad buyers on eBay and how it seems eBay is doing absolutely nothing to stop this. From my personal experience, I have at least 6 open returns right now where fitchy buyers lied and claimed the item was not as described or didn't match the pictures, when it was actually buyer remorse. In the comments section, they actually admit to buyer remorse. The one buyer that stands out most is this woman that bought a hub for a Chrysler. She paid $20 plus $15 shipping, $35 total. In the title, it clearly said the word beater, and in the description it said the word dents, because the hubcap has a lot of dents. When the woman opened the return request, she wrote, "Pictures do not match item description," and, no, I'm sorry, she wrote, "Pictures do not match item received," and in the comment section she wrote, "I purchased this on eBay Mobile. The description would not open up. All I could see was the first picture, so I bought it based on that. Now guys, obviously that is a customer error and buyer remorse. And I always implore you guys not to use eBay Mobile for purchases because it doesn't end well. But for those of you who do, listen to what happened. So when I saw what she said, I said, oh, this is going to be a slam dunk. I said, I'll wait till she sends the item back. I'll call eBay and I'll show them what she said. So 2 weeks go by, no item comes back. So I'm starting to wonder. I said, well, maybe she's going to keep it. It's only $20 plus the $15 shipping. All of a sudden, like that, I get a case opened against me. I get this message from eBay that says, a buyer has escalated a case against you. And it's this woman. I could not figure out why she would escalate a case when the return has been accepted. All she has to do is send it back. The message said that, of course, that eBay found in the buyer's favor. They don't read, okay? Listen to me! eBay does not read. If that woman had written in the comment section, I was expecting to get an entire vehicle for $20. I swear to God, eBay would have found in her favor because they don't freaking read anything. I'm inundated with emails from you good sellers telling me the same thing. I got another one to tell you after this you're gonna love, and I'm sick of it. And they're not making any move to rectify the situation. Like I said, she could have written she wanted the whole car for $20 and eBay would have found in her favor. But anyway, now I'm going to get a ding because this is counted as the fact that I did not work with the customer and eBay found in her favor. I said, oh, no, this ain't working. I called up eBay and I explained the situation to the concierge representative, and he said, well, Joe, this case should have never been opened. How many times have I told you this in the last few months, guys, where I had to call concierge and they told me a case against me was opened erroneously? It happened again. He said what he thinks happened is that the customer was unable to print the shipping label that eBay furnished on my behalf, and that therefore they opened the case. He then said he had the power to be sure I would not receive a ding for this particular case. I said, well, that's great. I said, but how about the return shipping? Who has to pay that? He said, you have to pay that. I said, I don't like this. I said, why do I have to pay this when it's an obvious case of buyer remorse? I said, in the comment section, she clearly wrote that she purchased it on mobile and was unable to see the description. But here's where it gets really fishy. I was unable to go back and show the customer service rep the comment the woman made, because when an eBay member then escalates a case, that totally wipes out all communication you and the buyer have made. Unbelievable but true. Now let me say this again so you understand. Freaking listen to me. If a buyer opens a return against you, an erroneous one, a fishy one, and says something like, let's say she lies and says, I bought the wrong size item because I didn't read the listing correctly. She's admitting fault, but she's lying and claiming pictures do not match item description, even though it's in black and white. If she then escalates a case, all that evidence disappears because of eBay's archaic coding system. Please believe me what I'm telling you guys. It's true, and it's sickening and disgusting, and I have no way about it. So now I'm stuck to pay return shipping for this item, which, by the way, I still haven't gotten back yet. But I'm going to tell you this. When I do get it back, if I'm given the option to deduct, I am deducting for the shipping, honestly. This is absolutely wrong. And, you know, it just shows, you know, I want to talk here. I make a lot of money on eBay. In fact, right hand to God, I got my bill the other day, my monthly bill for eBay. This is the highest bill I've ever had in my 21 years on eBay, which is a good thing. It shows I'm making a lot of money, and I'm happy, and I continue to recommend eBay to every single buyer and seller watching this video. That hasn't changed. My point is, if you're a seller on eBay, better watch, all right? Because you can easily be screwed over by a fishy buyer. And if you think eBay's going to raise their hand to help you, guess again, my friends. Guess a freaking again. The word is out that fishy buyers are welcome on eBay. You won't get away with this kind of crap on Amazon. Not that I'm a big Amazon fan, because I'm not. eBay is so scared of losing potential buyers that they're afraid to can the fishy buyers. Guys, there are two type buyers on eBay. 99.9% are good, honest people. But you are going to get that 0.1% that are totally fishy in nature, that look like that and operate that way. It's going to happen. And you have to kick them off. And I'm going to show you ironclad proof right now that they're not doing a darn thing about it. I received an email the other day from a fellow seller, one of you guys, with a long and interesting story that I've got to read to you. My original plan was to just read it right off my iPhone. However, yesterday they said the rain was going to start. The heavy rain was going to start first thing this morning. So taking that into account, I went ahead and I prepared a screenshot video of the situation, which we're going to go over to now. I'm surprised it's not raining yet, but I'm lucky I can get this video in. So let's take a quick break. Let me read this poor guy's story to you and we'll discuss it. Would you consider this a stalker? So I had a buyer message me about a cue that I was selling. He wanted me to take a picture of the cue on a scale so that he could see the weight of the cue. It clearly stated the weight of the cue in the title and description. My first thought was I should block him and run, but since the cue was a dog item, I figured I would play along to try to get rid of it. So I took the picture, sent it off to him. Next day, he sends another message asking me to send a picture with the stick on the scale. So I figured this was enough. I told him that I already did, and I used one of your lines and told him to look for the cue locally so that he could hold it and feel it. With this, I blocked him. He was from San Francisco, by the way. A few days pass, and I get a message from a different screen name with a 0 feedback asking me for a picture of the cue on the scale along with, does it come with joint protectors, and what is my lowest price? I have never had a buyer in 6 years ask me to put a cue on the scale and send them a picture. Then to top it off, the buyer was from San Francisco again. So I figured it was the same buyer and did not answer his message and blocked the screen name. Fast forward about 2 weeks to this weekend, and a buyer from San Francisco with almost the same exact username as one of the ones I had blocked buys the cue and leaves me a detailed message on how it should be properly packed. By the way, this is one of my biggest pet peeves. It's not like my first sale on eBay. I have several thousand feedback and it's all 100% positive. To me, this is like telling a mechanic to make sure he tightens the bolts tight when he rotates your tires. Anyway, it's got to be the same guy, right? So I called eBay and explained the situation to the CS rep, told me it was the same guy, and I canceled the order and blocked. But now I'm out PayPal fees on a $100 cue. It's just a few bucks and I didn't want to argue, so I let it go. Now I wake up Tuesday morning and again someone purchased a cue from me from a different username, 0 feedback, and slightly different cue. Can you guess where from? San Francisco. So I called eBay once again and explained the situation to the CS rep, tells me it's the same guy and puts me on hold and spoke to someone in a different department. The CS rep comes back and tells me that she can't tell me what they're going to do, but that eBay will take action against him
and told me the different scenarios that could happen to this account. I said, okay, great, but now the matter of all the PayPal fees I've lost after I've blocked this guy. It's not my fault he keeps circumventing the system. I got the old, well, we're separate from the PayPal line. I told the CS rep, but I did everything I could to prevent this. Is it eBay that has, excuse me, I did everything I could to prevent this. It is eBay that hasn't. Anyhow, I didn't get anywhere with getting my PayPal fees back, so I told the CS rep it's a total catch-22. I blocked the buyer to avoid a possibly bad situation and lose money. And now look, I've spent 40 minutes on the phone and still lost money. I got the fake empathy, sorry, and they can't help me with the PayPal fees or the 40 minutes of my life I'm never going to get back. But do you think this rises to the level of being called a stalker situation? And I also believe that eBay is hiding behind, we can't tell you what action we're going to take. So how do I know if they even will? Their word? We both know their word doesn't always line up with what they do.
All right, we got a lot to talk about there. Before we discuss any of that, I'm going to need a second drink from the ceremonial Fox News Cup of Life. This is the ceremonial Fox News Cup of Life. Happy is he who drinks from it. Very good. Now, what happened to this gentleman is something that's happened to myself over the years, and I'm sure it's happened to many of you guys, where people start these fake accounts to circumvent your block bidder list. It is written in eBay rules that it is against eBay policy for any buyer whatsoever, to start multiple accounts to circumvent any seller's block bidder list. And guess what? This seller right here called eBay numerous times on this issue, proved to eBay what was going on. eBay looked at it and agreed with him and said, you are right, it's the same guy. And they didn't do a freaking thing. I am disgusted with the fact that eBay is not policing these fitchy buyers, and in many cases they should be prosecuting them. Guys, think about the story I just told you. I'm sure it aggravates most of you, and it should. For those of you who don't know it, starting back in 2012, that fat blob right there was doing exactly that. He was making fake eBay accounts to buy my items, not pay for them, leave me negative feedback, and then call eBay in his own voice, telling them he called me at my brick and mortar store and paid me over the phone with a credit card. Then the icing on the cake was he would upload these videos to YouTube, A, to stick it to me and tell me he was the guy doing it to me, and B, to show people that eBay could not and would not do anything about it. Thankfully, myself and some of my friends have saved every piece of evidence there ever is that this guy did to me, including all the fake eBay accounts, fake addresses, videos he's posted. We have got so many. It's going to be a slam dunk case. But as far as the eBay end is concerned, it's up to eBay to prosecute the fitchiness that he perpetrated on their site. I think eBay should go after all the big fitchy people that are committing fraud on eBay. And I think every one of you guys would agree with me. Therefore, I am continuing my quest to get this person charged. And I'm not ever going to stop until he is. So yeah, I want you to know that what happened to me starting in 2012 and is still happening to me is happening to others too, like the gentleman whose screenshots I just showed you. It's disgusting, it's despicable, and there's no reason for it. This, I doubt, would ever happen on Amazon, and I'm just sick to my stomach over it. As I mentioned earlier, sales were excellent this week, but I'm noticing the same trend that I've noticed the whole month. From Monday to Saturday, excellent. Excellent sales off the charts. Sunday, bang, I stop, I drop dead. Not only was this Sunday slowest day of the week, it was my slowest Sunday. I don't think I even broke $100. Every Sunday for the last month has been a total fail. I don't know what to attribute it to. I honestly don't. They are terrible days. I remember in the old days, Sunday was always my best day. I dread Sundays now because it's my worst day. I sold something Saturday night at approximately, let's say 6 p.m. I did not get my next sale till Sunday evening at about 6 p.m. A full 24 hours with no sales. That's something that rarely ever happens, but it's been happening repeatedly on Sundays. Well guys, I see I've taken half an hour of your time already, so I better not take any more. Let's do a brief rehash and then I'll let you go. Please comment on any of the topics I discussed, but I'm especially interested in your take on eBay not acting against egregious bad buyers. I'm not talking about somebody who pulls one scam like the lady I told you about with the Chrysler hub that's dicking me over that way. It's wrong and it shouldn't happen, but that's a petty scam. I'm talking about the fishiest of the fishy right there. That thing and the one that Dave was talking about in the screenshots that I read to you. And I'm sure you guys have some of your cases, and I'd love to hear your cases. So feel free to share them in the comment section below. Guys, if you don't make your comments, if you don't say your piece, there's no way myself or eBay is ever going to learn about what's going on. So please speak up. I want to hear about that. I want to hear what you think about any issues we discussed or even didn't discuss. Tell me what you think about my location videos and my film noir videos. Do you want to see more of them? And always remember that I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Every Friday I come out here and I make these videos to try and help you stay successful on eBay as a seller. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, tell me in the comment section what you want me to hit up next week and I'll be more than happy to try and do it. Remember, I'm a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind. I've solved a lot of problems. I've made money online. I've never worn a mask and I never ever will. I have never distorted my voice like the Blob has done because I feel that's unscrupulous and dishonest, and that won't happen here. Guys, I'm a CEO and a CFO of my own company, so yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope all of you make a ton of money this week on eBay. Rock on and peace! And as always, live by these 3 infamous words. Don't be fishy! Yeah!